So I'm gonna assume we're all caught up with our stories, but Risa, girl, you are me and I am you. Legion made my ex-husband look like a saint, but I can resonate so much with her story. I too was very pressed to get married and to, have my turn and to find that love. I feel like I had my legit reasons, but it definitely led to a level of, I hate this word, but desperation to get married. I met my ex-husband in March of 2022. We were married by December. We were divorced by last October. I said I wasn't gonna talk about this no more. But Risa, girl, you inspired me. I'm sharing this just to say, girl, being with the wrong person, married to the wrong person, is a miserable existence. And it is so much better to just be single. Very similar to Risa, I experienced dreading coming home. I experienced not telling my family everything that was going on because I knew that I was ignoring red flags. Therefore, I didn't have a support system or someone to say, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. I experienced omitting information to others and then kind of lying to myself and making it seem like it was such a good situation because I wanted that marriage. So I was in my early 30s and like, oh my God, it's about that time. And I decided this was my turn. And so many other things were great that I gave a lot of the benefit of the doubt. I gave a lot of grace where grace should not have been given. And I ignored a lot of things. If your intuition or the voice in your head, the Holy Spirit is telling you don't do something, sis, you better not do it, because I had all of those feelings and saying no, 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 and I decided to ignore it. And trust me, that is there for a reason. And when we ignore it, that doesn't mean that it goes away. That means that we're just playing dumb for that moment. And then later on, it's going to continue to be a problem. I'm not going to say much, but there were actual scenes in Risa's story that were identical to some of the things that I went through, or actual scenes from my situation. And it just inspired me to just hop on here and say, it is not worth it to allow marriage and a long-term situation with the wrong person just to be able to say I'm not alone or I'm married. Personally, I'm just so happy that Risa is getting the support that she deserves, and I got a lot of support as well when I announced my divorce. But we need that support when we're leaving situations that do not serve us. And while I do take accountability for ignoring red flags, not speaking up sooner than later, which wasn't that much later, I was only married for 10 months, but I'm so happy and grateful that I worked up the nerve and the confidence to leave a situation that was not serving me, to the point where I could not recognize who I was in the mirror. I would just hope that these kind of situations would push more of us to be very careful with the men that we're choosing to pull into our lives, paying attention, and stop ignoring the red flags because we want marriage so bad or we're ready to settle down, because it could be quite detrimental to you and your life and your children. So don't be like me when it comes to ignoring red flags and wanting something so bad that you'll pretty much take anything. Even though some things might be good, don't be like me in that way. But do be like me and be like Risa, that once you come to your senses and you realize that this is not it, leave. Don't pay attention to what others have to say. They don't know the reality of it. Don't pay attention to people that say, oh, well, you'll never get married again. You're getting so old. Don't pay attention to the people that say, oh, well, what about the children? More than likely, you're doing them a favor, because kids growing up seeing that kind of dysfunction and abuse and things like that will probably mess them up a little bit more than if you actually left. So, love you, girl.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
The fucking nerve, bro. This is why it don't pay to be a sucker, bro. Fellas, understand something. Women don't marry the men that they want. Women only marry the sucker that's willing to accept them. You would be a fool to try to marry a woman in her 30s. If a woman weren't pushing for marriage in her 20s, in her 30s, she will be the same person. She will be for the streets. That's just the reality, bro. Y'all have to understand the nature of women. If a woman is a virtuous woman, she's going to be pushing for marriage and family out the gate. In her early 20s, that's going to be her mindset. That's going to be the way she planned her life. But when you meet a chick and she's in her 30s and things like that, bro, you got to take her for who she is. And the worst thing you could do is try to save her. I keep telling y'all, man, these birds always find their way back to the streets. And these birds are so cold. You heard her. She don't even care about the kids. She's like, getting a divorce is me doing the kids a favor. She don't even care about her kids seeing a good, wholesome family structure. So at least when the kids get older, they know what it takes to be in a marriage. Fellas, y'all gotta pay attention to the signs, bro. You'll have to learn to pay attention to the signs. Life is simple, bro. If a woman is in her 30s and she's single for a reason. Don't be a sucker and try to save a desperate woman, dog. Any chick that you come across in her 30s, when she's past the prime, and she's steady pushing for marriage, do not marry a woman like that. That's a woman who will marry anything. The first sucker to get down on his knees, she's going to marry that dude. He could be a chihuahua. She will say yes because she's at a point in her life where she wants to be married. She wants to be called a wife. When a woman is in a mindset like that, she will put the player on the back burner and she's going to deal with the sucker just to get the marriage complete. But while she's married, she will realize like, yo, this is not really me. I'm not no good girl. I'm not no virtuous woman. What am I doing here? Like, why am I playing this game with this guy? I'm trying to get back in the streets. And then she's going to make the sucker life a living hell. She's going to start bickering, quarreling. He can't do nothing right. It's going to be like this until she gets back to the streets, bro. So fellas, be wise out here and stop trying to save these birds. They can't be saved.
So this is Country Hopping Through Africa solo format. And this is part 3 of how I lost my man in Ghana. So this is part 3 of how I lost my man, right? So only reason I made this video just to clarify a few things from part 1 and 2. So first and foremost, I did not think my video was gonna start a lot of drama in Ghana, which it did, which it was shared to hella people I know in Ghana and all around. I guess the girls, the fat trick and the fine man, they women was mad. They multiple of they women was mad or whatever, right? And so when I first put up part 2 and I took it down, it's because the fine man asked me to, because he claimed he didn't want people in his business, but I guess his girls was texting him and, you know, saying stuff to him or whatever. I took it down being nice when usually I don't, which also I was so surprised on how my video got shared all the way in Ghana. When if you watch my TikToks, like I've been sharing my dating experiences and stuff on TikTok, and I didn't even show his face. So yeah. And so I was very shocked to find out hella people were sharing it in Ghana. And what I've learned through this experience, Accra is very small and very messy. Like, they literally had put the video, both videos, in a lipstick alley thread for Ghana or whatever. And currently was dissecting my TikTok, but they was wrong majority of the time. Don't know what they talking about, or whatever. And it just shows they just don't got no life. And so when I came back to America, cause I ain't gonna lie, and dead in December, you will meet a man, you be in Delulu land for a minute, okay? I heard it happened to the best of us. And of course, the people that follow me that's American, they didn't think none of it. It was only the Ghanaian people, to the point where it was a girl DM me on TikTok that's not even Ghanaian. She's American. DM me, which I had already saw her on social media, long story short, that her and her friend was with the fine man, and her fine man, her friend talked to the fine man. So she DMs me on TikTok to try to get me to tell her who the fine man was. Girl, I don't know you, and you gotta be bold as hell. But yes, it's him. It's him, sis. Why you DMing me about your friend, man, she talking to, that they not even in a relationship with? Beyond me. And then let me clarify some things for the Ghanaians, because clearly y'all ain't y'all I'm be nice. How y'all view things and how American view things is totally different things. When I was saying my man, clearly that's not my man. Clearly that's not my man. Duh. As American, this is just how we talk. So all y'all like, oh, I know that's not my man. I clearly said we didn't even have sex. So why would y'all think that I think that's my man? Like, everybody ain't got common sense. And for y'all Ghanaians that's like, oh, she was doing all this, she's so thirsty because she in a Rolls Royce. Baby, this is not my first or my last Rolls Royce. Like, what are you talking about? Neither one of them. The last dude I've been dating on and off for the past 4 years has a Rolls Royce truck. And he a celebrity. And he rich in America and in Ghana. Like, he's a celebrity in both countries. So, please. But yeah, I just wanted to address this, since clearly all these new followers I have are Ghanaians. They stay in London, in Ghana, or the DMV area. So I just wanted to clarify, because that video caused too much drama amongst the Ghanaians, and I don't understand why. What I did learn, I won't be recording no more dating story times in Ghana, because baby, y'all messy as hell. I ain't even never been caught in America or no other country I've been to and I recorded myself dating. Y'all just messy, and clearly y'all ain't got nothing else going on. So just like y'all spread that one amongst y'all Ghanaian friends, I know y'all will do the same. Period. So that's the end of my series. So make sure you look at the rest of my series, Country Hopping in Africa solo for a month.
And this is exactly why I blame you simps, bro. Here's the thing, fam. These birds are smart, bro. These birds go wherever the crumbs is at. Wherever you tricks are, these birds are going to find y'all. And here's the thing. A lot of these birds is realizing that men are being aware of their actions, right? A lot of these chicks are realizing that a lot of dudes are now learning how to treat these birds like who they are. So now these birds are migrating. They are going overseas to look for your tricks, to look for your simps. And the sad thing about it is y'all keep feeding these birds. One thing about a bird, wherever a bird go, she's going to be doing whole shit. It don't matter where a bird from or wherever she goes. She will be doing whole shit. That's guaranteed, bro. And it's like, y'all simps, man, y'all just don't get it, bro. A bird like this, dog, you ain't got to feed this bird. You ain't got to put her in no fancy car. She's used to straight back shots. Backseat back shots. She's the type of broad that you wouldn't even take on a date. But then she went to Ghana in December and looked around and was like, oh shit, these niggas out here tricking like crazy. Let me get in where I fit in. Shorty been hopping in Africa for the past 2 months. Y'all dudes gotta stop, man. Y'all gotta stop feeding the birds. Y'all gotta develop some type of game or something, bro. But to just be tricking on a bird, on a low-hanging fruit at that? Look at this chick. This chick got a face filled with makeup, fake ass eyelashes, and yet your dudes are out here treating this bird like a queen. Fellas, what are y'all really doing out here, man? For real. Be real with yourselves, bro. I can't stand a weak ass dude who feel like he gotta pay to get some play, bro. Like, how could you feel like a man deep down? How can you feel like a man? Fellas, treat a bird like a bird.
Miss Overload, and then the voice is telling
wasn't that bad. It was that bad, girl. Like, go. You were holding the nigga's dick.
the way that I put your phone on.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
Yo, I swear to God, bro. Yo, I swear, I be wondering, like, how do things like this happen? How do y'all dudes put yourselves in these type of positions, bro? And it's funny because last night, Burna Boy was in town, right? He came to Chicago. I guess he had a show. So this one chick asked me to take her to the Burna Boy concert. I look at her like she was crazy. Like, what? How dare you ask me some shit like that? How dare you ask me to take you to cheer on another man while I stand right next to you? Fellas, you have to pay attention to hypergamy. Hypergamy is real, fam. You gotta look at the optics. This shit might sound crazy to a fool, but it's gonna sound extremely brilliant to a wise man. If you take your girl to a concert, like if a girl come to you and say, yo, I want to go watch this dude perform, just understand that man could fuck your girl. And she wants you to take her to watch another man shine, to watch another man perform, while her pussy is probably getting wet, while you're standing right there supporting her, cheering on another dude. How you think she's going to look at you at that point? At that point, you are not that guy to her. The guy to her is the guy who's performing. Fellas, you don't take your girl to concerts, bro. If your girl want to go to a concert, let her go. Let her go with her girls, whatever. But you don't take your girl to a concert to watch another dude. You're the star of the show. You want to remain the star of the show. Don't allow a chick to put you in a sucker position, fam. I don't understand how dudes end up in these situations, bro. And it's like, all right, even if you bring a bird to the show and she's mad, oh my God, right there and then, you got to leave her alone. That's when you got to walk away. Here's the reality, fam. It's not your girl. It's just your turn. But don't ever take your girl to watch another man be a star. The only star of the show is you. If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch. Y'all already know, man. STC, support the content. If you guys haven't yet, go ahead and follow me right now on Facebook. I'm going to be posting content every day on Facebook starting from today. Follow your boy right now, AyeQ Reactions.